Like, why do I actually want to cry right now? Chloe Wash just announced that Claiming Tin from the Voice of Thomas series is coming out in May. I opened Instagram. First thing I see, I like legit screamed. I literally was like, shut up. You guys, I'm about to go to work right now, but I need to show you what package just came in because I am so excited. I could literally freaking cry. Oh my gosh. I need to show you guys. Y'all know. I'm so excited to read this. The whole time I'm at work, this is all I'm gonna be thinking about. I have decided I'm about to just start this book. I just got off of work. I can't not start it. Like, I am terrified to start this book. Very excited to start it, but equally, arguably more terrified to read it than I am excited for the survivors. Hey, cut that out. Cut it out. I just need y'all to know I love Lizzie and Huey. Lizzie is like one of those characters to me that I just have always seen like the best in a sense, like, but I just like have a feeling that she's gonna be a character that we're gonna read her story and we're gonna understand why she is the way she is, and I hope that people start giving her some grace. I'm not excusing anything that she has done, but also I have to remember these books take place in high school. These kids are literally like 15, 16 years old. Like, they're teens. I think about myself at the age, I'm like, I was a kid. Like, I truly did not know any better. So that's why I don't jump on, like, the absolute hate train that people have for her. And for Huey, too, honestly. Like, I can't. I have always been super excited to read about her and just see everything from her point of view and learn why so many things are the way they are, why she acts the way she is, why she is the way she is with Gypsy. Like, there's just so many things that I've read about throughout this series, things she said, actions she's taken, and every time something's happened, I'm just like, I can't wait for her book. I just finished part 1, which is about 40 pages into the book. Starting part 2. Guys, like, the chapter that I just read, we've been introduced to Mark, which, knowing that he's going to be a driving force in this book, put a complete pit in my stomach. Like, I hate Mark so much. And then Lizzie has selective mutism, so she only speaks when she wants to. And I also think that she is bipolar. Well, she is bipolar, but her family is like trying to deny it and like not treat it as like the illness that it is. Only person that's in her corner is her mom, Catherine. Her sister and her dad are the worst. They're so mean to her. And Kiva, she meets Mark whenever she goes to school at Tobin. And oh God, I literally feel sick because I just hearing his name just makes me feel sick. And Kiva is friends with him. She's like obsessed with him. He comes over all the time. And now him and Lizzie are friends. And the chapter I just read, September 19th, 1993, Lizzie's literally 5. She's 5 years old. And this has already started. Like, he's already started with messing with her, which I knew from the jump that he had also touched her. Like, once we were in Taming 7 and we learned that it was happening with Gypsy, I can't even with that either. That truly, reading that in Taming 7 destroyed me. I had a strong feeling that Mark was also doing those same things to Lizzie, just with the way she was like reacting to the whole situation. Whenever they're at the party, Mark like accidentally like lands on her. Once he's pushed, she starts like freaking out completely. That's the minute I know. This book is going to be very hard to get through. My plan for today was to just like sit inside and read all day, but my best friend Deline is off of work today and we never have like the same off days, so we're going to happy hour. So I'm kind of just reading right now and then I'm going to end up meeting with her. Okay, so far we have gotten the mention about Joey. We've met Darren. Darren was the one who mentioned Joey, obviously. we have officially met Huey. We are in his point of view right now, him and Gipsy. I cannot wait to get into the meat and potatoes of Lizzie and Hugh's relationship. I am so excited. I just like turned to the next page, like I like glanced down, and Shannon, next chapter is Lizzie, and now we've been introduced to Shannon. Thanks. Seeing the way Lizzie describes Claire and Shannon right now, like she said, I didn't feel bad though. I didn't feel like screaming. Instead, I felt warm. My thoughts were nice and slow, and it always happened when I sat next to Shannon Lynch. It made me want to sit with her forever. And then she talks about Claire, and she's like, Claire was loud and funny, and she made me feel happy. Shannon was quiet and calm, and she made me feel safe. The fact that, like, they used to be the bestest of friends, and then we see how they are now, absolutely breaks my heart. Ever since I started reading this book, I have this permanent pit in my stomach because I know what's about to come, and I'm not looking forward to reading about it in their point of views. Ooh, first Joey appearance, and I'm screaming. I'm like, hey Joey. He's defending Shannon like always. I'm like, oh my god. Huey is such a safe space for Lizzie, and that makes me feel so emotional. I just read the part where Bethany and Gipsy's dad pass away and die, the boat scene. But I just like read like the full extent of that scene, and it's not sitting right with me. Okay, yes, I know I have said this already, but Lizzie's dad and Kifa are terrible. So she just like completely lost it on her sister, and her dad was like, you know what? Screw this. They're like, you're getting admitted. So I think she got admitted to a mental hospital. And it makes me sad because she was screaming, you let the monster in, you let the monster in, you let the monster in, you let him in. And she, like, obviously no one knew what she was talking about. So she sounded crazy. But it's like, Lizzie, you're not crazy. You're not crazy, girl. Oh, yeah. By the way, it's the next day. I got off of work like an hour ago, and I've just been reading. I'm about 240 pages in. I literally just wanted to cry. I was tearing up at the scene between Joey and Lizzie. Lizzie was outside, like having a moment to herself because she is having a bad day because Mark attacked her again, and now she has like marks on her body of it. And what's scary to me is she's starting to, well, she actually already has, she's convinced herself that like Mark coming in her room at night, that's just like a nightmare that she has every night, and that Mark is a monster, and that like the monster is not real. It only exists in her dreams because he only comes at nighttime. Just let that sink in, first of all. So now she's like convinced herself that it's not real, and she's worried because she's like, now I'm like, there's no way for me to tell if this is real or if this is just in her dreams, because she has visible marks on her body that proves that this is her reality and that it is indeed not in her dreams. And it just breaks my heart because that's the only way that she's able to cope with what he's doing to her, is through convincing herself that it's not real and that it's just a nightmare that she has every night. And no one knows still. Last night I was feeling so anxious because this book makes me feel extremely anxious. I started like flipping forward because I was like, I need to know when we get to like the moments that like we have already known that happened. So we've already gotten through the boat accident with Gibbs's family. We saw that whole part, absolutely heartbreaking, sad. We've seen that. We know what happens before and after that. Now I'm like, next is gonna be Kiva's unaliving, which I am not looking forward to that, because I already know once we get to that part in the book, it is going to absolutely tear me up. And I'm pretty sure it's happening in a little bit, because I know it happens in 2000. And like, I know the point of Holy Wash having it to where it's like skipping days / weeks in the months, but not skipping years, because it's like, this has been going on in Lizzie's life since she was 5, and it's been happening every day since then. Every day since 1996, I want to say. Pretty sure it started in 1993. So it's been happening since then. It is now 1999. I don't know if she's going to find out about Gipsy or she's going to find out about Lizzie. And I honestly am just like, right now I'm on February 19th, 1999. I am desperately trying to get to that part. Not because I'm excited to read about it. I am not excited to read about that in the slightest. I just am so anxious reading this. Like, this is me whenever I'm reading it. This is exactly what I look like. I'm like this. Because I'm like so uneasy over it. I'm like, I'm not having a great time. Not knowing when or if anyone finds out about Lizzie is what's like clawing at me. I think that is what's truly like breaking my heart, because I'm like, how long is this gonna be going on, and how long are we gonna have to put up with Mark? Because like, I know he goes away, and I'm like, I need him to go away so that I can maybe like have a little bit of peace, because it's like, and he's seen that Mark's not in. I'm like, thank God. I think that is so comforting about Huey. One, he is just such a wonderful young man. I say it like that because he's only, I think he might be 10. I think they're like 10 or 11. I just love how Huey truly is so smart, and he is so protective of everyone. He sticks up for them no matter what. He's always looking out for them. He's always protecting them. And I love how he absolutely hates Mark. They all hate Mark. They've hated Mark as soon as he stepped out on the scene. And it's like, Huey does not play when it comes to anyone that he cares about being alone with Mark. And Huey has said in this book, he's like, I don't know, I just have a bad feeling about him. Something about him is just not right. I don't know what it is. I just don't feel safe around him, and I don't feel safe having anyone that I care about around him. The fact that Huey doesn't even know what Mark is doing to the two people that he cares about most in this world, and he still just knows that Mark is a monster, and he still knows not to trust Mark and not to trust anyone alone with Mark. I'm seeing so many parallels between Joey and Lizzie in this book. Just seeing how Lizzie is just like Joey in so many ways, like they are cut from the same cloth. That part is what kind of warms my heart. And also just how Aoife is equivalent to Huey in Lizzie's story. I'm reading the part, the date is March 18th, 1999, and he just made his mom bring him over to Lizzie's house because she hasn't been at school the past couple of weeks, and he's worried about her. So he like goes into her room, and she's just like laying there lifeless, because she's going through like a big like depressive episode, and he's just like sitting there just literally staring at her, just giving her that comfort of just him being there. And we've seen that so many times in Saving 6 and Redeeming 6, how Aoife has just always been able to bring Joey down to earth and comfort Joey with literally just being in his presence. And I see that so much with Hugh and Lizzie, and I think that part is just my heart, my poor freaking heart. Where I've like done stuff today, every clip that I have filmed has taken place in this exact same spot. And that's really just because I am in my room 24/7. It's the same day as the earlier clip. I just changed my clothes. I'm at the part in the book where Kiva misses her leaving cert for English. So I think she's gonna have to repeat the year over again. And she also went to London to get an abortion. I fear something bad is about to happen because the past couple of chapters haven't given me a stomachache or made me feel anxious or made me cry. Guys, we're meeting Johnny. Why did my heart just sink? We're getting into the year 2002, guys. I'm really scared. We've got some foreshadowing going on, which I think is interesting. A couple chapters back, whenever like the Hovering group was playing outside, they were playing with these other kids. They're playing spin the bottle, I think. And then like you had to kiss for 2 minutes or whatever. And he had mentioned that there was this redhead that had been clinging to him the whole time. And Lizzie was like getting jealous. And I'm just like, I was like, okay, so that's obviously Katie, right? Right? Am I crazy to think that? Because I'm just like, if it wasn't Katie, why would we specify that it was a redhead that was clinging to him? And then Lizzie was getting annoyed. Like, why would we describe it if it isn't her? And then just now, Feely and Hugh are talking. And this is so funny because Feely is raving about redheads. And he was like, nah, blondes are where it's at. Blah, blah, blah. They both just decide, they're like, okay, fine. You get her, I get her. Talking about the actors from Titanic. And I'm like, who's going to tell him that in just a couple of years, you guys will be swapping girlfriends? I'm sorry. What did I just read? I can't even like say this out loud because it's truly just like freaking despicable. If you guys are reading, it's chapter called Mr. Responsible, and the date is April 4th, 2000. In the book, it's page 342. This is actually heartbreaking. Like, by the way, this is still me crying over that chapter. At this point, Lizzie is, I think she's 12, and Mark is like fucking, I think he's like 18. Like, it wasn't her period. It wasn't her period. Eva just found out about Gypsy, and my heart is seriously pounding so hard right now. This is the moment whenever Gypsy tells Kiva whenever she's babysitting him. And I remember that part, reading that in Taming 7. So now, in Lizzie's book, in her point of view, we're seeing the aftermath of that. And we're seeing the conversation between Mark and Kiva, and they're arguing about it, and he's calling her a pedophile, which he is. And he's like telling her like that she's not going to do anything about it, blah blah blah. Kiva calls him a monster. She keeps calling him a monster. And Lizzie just like realized that the monster was real. Mark was a monster, and that Mark was the monster that has been, you know, which, like I said, like, she already knew that, but I think her brain had convinced her that it wasn't true in order to be able to handle it. We're getting into the serious stuff, even though it's been heartbreaking the whole time, but I think it's about to get way worse. This is so... I just read the part where Kiva dies, and honestly, I'm like so angry right now that it's like trumping my sadness. And not even at Kiva, I'm angry at Mark. because he was there that night. They were arguing, and at first I thought they were just arguing about Gypsy and her finding out about him. But then she found out about Liz too, because in this chapter, the No Matter What chapter, she like is bringing it up to him, like saying it and telling Lizzie like, he's a monster, you need to get out. I'm sorry I didn't protect you both. Lizzie, you need to run. I feel sick. Huey's point of view, it says that Kiva left a letter for Catherine, which is Lizzie and her mom, and he said that the letter didn't sound like Kiva, and I'm like, yeah, it's because Kiva, she probably wrote like a full-on tell-all and was gonna give it to her mother, and Mark took that letter, wrote a new one, and gave it to her, and that's why it doesn't sound like Kiva, because it's not Kiva, it's Mark who's lying, and he's the one who talked to the police recounting what happened that night, knowing that it's all a bunch of freaking bullshit, clearly lying to the guards because he's a freaking freak pedophile. I can't see the words on the page. I need a minute. Oh, because what do you mean? What do you mean? Mark was the one who pushed Kiva. What do you mean Mark is the one who put the notion into Lizzie's head? What do you mean that Mark is the reason as to why Lizzie hates Gypsy's guts now? What do you mean the reason why she hates his guts now is because Mark forced Lizzie to believe that Gypsy is the reason as to why her sister is dead. Not because Mark pushed her. Not because Mark forced Kiva to basically commit suicide. Not that Mark is literally single-handedly the reason as to why 3 people's lives will never be the same. Do not sit here and tell me no one finds out. Seriously, guys, I don't know how I'm supposed to keep reading. Of course he pushed her. He was there. Lizzie was there. He forced Lizzie to watch her sister die. He forced Lizzie to watch. And he forced her to scare her into never telling anyone about what he was doing to her. And the fact that he is putting Gypsy against her when Gypsy is the only person who knows what he is going through. How am I supposed to keep reading this? I need to know. Go from here. I need to know when Gypsy gets the letter, because I don't know if that was brought up in Taming 7 or not. I can't remember. I need to know when Huey finds out, because I'm pretty sure Huey knows eventually. I need to find out. That devastated me like no other. All I can say is like, thank God that Lizzie and Gypsy have Huey. It's like so protective over them, and he doesn't even know why, and it just breaks my heart. He's so fiercely protective over them when it comes to Mark. The fact that there's a day where he finds out is just like sickening. Mark, when I catch you. Finally stepped out of the comfort of my bedroom. I'm gonna read out here for a little bit. Not sure how long I'm gonna last out here though, because one thing about me, as soon as I get hot, you can forget about it. So we'll see. Sitting outside clearly did not last that long, just like I told y'all it wouldn't. But Gypsy's mom, I have beef with her. What do you mean she filed a complaint against Lizzie, saying that Lizzie was defaming her sons? Sons? Gypsy and Mark, oh, that's nice. Is it a Boys of Tommen book if freaking Bella is not in here disrupting the peace? Is it bad that every happy moment we get, I get more and more scared? because Hugh and Lizzie are being so freaking cute right now, and I'm like, guys, I was not born yesterday. The immediate pit I just got in my stomach because Lizzie and Hugh are talking about how they haven't like fully been with each other yet, if you know what I mean. And they said that they agreed to do it on her 16th birthday. And Hugh's like, it's fine. Like, it's only a year and a half away. What's another year and a half? Stop. I've read the other books, aka Taming 7, and we find out in Taming 7 that they break up, I'm pretty sure, before her 16th birthday. And I just got a minute pit in my stomach because I'm like, I think Lizzie cheats on him. Not looking forward to that. Like, I'm not looking forward to whenever she starts hurting everyone that she cares about, because that is going to be way too hard to watch, or way too hard to read, for sure. This? No, I don't want it. Honestly, we've had a good amount of good chapters. Part 17 was good. Part 18 is about to bring the tears again, and I'm terrified. I'm shaking. Mark is back. When is this gonna be over? Like, I'm tired. I cannot keep reading this. Like, I need him to stop. Oh, the next chapter is called A Storm is Coming. Don't I know it? I can just sense exactly what's about to happen. Like, I just already know, because Lizzie has officially gone up the deep end. Mark came back. And the fact that, like, no one knows still. Hugh doesn't know. Gypsy doesn't know. Literally no one knows still. Wish y'all could feel how intensely my heart is beating right now, because so far I'm on the chapter Doubling Down and Digging in Heels, and it's October 17, 2003. Huey's birthday is coming up. They agreed on his birthday that they would officially. I am seriously feeling so anxious. Every word that I'm reading, I'm literally like speed reading it, get to the part where everything goes to shit, because I know it's gonna happen on his birthday. I just know it is. It's Halloween. It's Hugh's birthday, and I genuinely feel like I want to throw up. Y'all, Lizzie is about to do something very bad. He just told her, she was like, I'm yours, and he was like, act like it. If you betray me, there's no coming back from it, bipolar or not. Lizzie, if you cheat on this man, just know I'm gonna burn the book. I'm literally burning the book to the freaking ground. Huey just uninvited Lizzie from his birthday party tonight. So you know what that means? She about to turn up on him. And I do not want to see it happen. I really, really don't. Oh my gosh. Lizzie just slept with a random boy at Huey's party in Huey's bed because she thought it was him. Because she's in such a bad manic episode. She literally oh my gosh. I like, seriously, I feel like I'm gonna be sick. Would it be bad of me to say that I'm glad that she accidentally slept with someone else and it wasn't on purpose? Honestly, you know what would hurt less? If I got hit by a train 10 times over. That would hurt less than having to read this breakup scene. Like, I'm at the point where I can't even cry anymore. Like, I don't know if I have any tears left to cry, okay? I lied, I'm crying now. So, first, I started crying once Hugh goes over to Gypsy's house after everything happens, and they, like, break up and everything. And he's, like, sobbing to Gypsy and literally throwing up because he's completely sick to his stomach over what's happening. And he's like, I've loved her since I was 7 years old. I can't believe she would do this to me. Lizzie goes to talk to him the next day, and she's like, it's sad how manic she is when she's talking to him. Like, she's literally like, I fixed this problem for the both of us. Like, I don't see what I did, like, I don't see, like, what I did wrong, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, once you're you again, ask me that question. The reason why she even cheated on him, the reason why she even slipped into that manic episode was because Mark came back. Since he's been doing that her entire life, she literally is, like, conditioned to think that she has to do those things in order to feel better, because he would tell her that that was her medicine. She started associating with Huey and the feeling she had for him and the desire that she had for him. Even before, like, the party and stuff, like, they were on the bridge, because she took him to the bridge where Kiva passed away, and she literally was like, I need your medicine to make me feel better. Obviously, he doesn't know what she's talking about. Reading that as the reader and hearing her say to Huey, like, I need your medicine to make me feel better, like. And then what's worse, literally while I'm reading the scene, Matilda by Harry Styles starts playing. Oh, I'm sick. Hey, can we count how many times I've said that this vlog? Lizzie literally just admitted to Hugh that a monster has been sneaking in her room at night. Since she was little, she literally said they were, like, messing around with each other, and then Hugh was feeling bad. She was like, why? It's not like you didn't crawl into my bed in the middle of the night and, like, he did. She said that. I was like, and then he was like, what are you talking about? And then she goes, the monster. And then she says that he has sex with her in her dreams, and he's been doing it for years. And then she goes, oops, I've been cheating on you in my dreams for years. It actually breaks my heart how much they love each other. But, like, she's still manic. Like, she's literally still in the manic episode right now. She didn't want to go back on her medicine because she didn't want to remember everything that she's done. Like, that is heartbreaking. Guys, again, another parallel between Joey, Aoife, Hugh, and Lizzie. Lizzie's mom just suffered a heart attack. And then whenever they're in the hospital, of course, Lizzie's dad, because he freaking hates his daughter, is telling her, like, this is all your fault. She's getting worse because you're not getting better. Like, you know, literally just, of course, putting on the weight on her and just making it seem like it's completely her fault. Lizzie, like, finally kind of, like, wakes up, and she's like, I need to get help. She's like, no, Dad, like, I need to get help immediately. Like, I cannot wait. I need to go immediately. And, of course, Hugh, the man he is, as soon as Claire told him that Lizzie's mom was in the hospital, he immediately went to the hospital. Lizzie didn't even tell them. Like, Claire found out from one of their friends who found out from, like, the town gossip. So he goes, and then he's there comforting Lizzie. You know, obviously, they tell him that she's going to go away, and he's, like, hugging her goodbye and stuff. And he literally says this: my voice sounded calmer than I felt, because the truth of the matter was I was losing my shit internally. I would never let her see that, though. Liz didn't need tears. She needed strength. Liz didn't need tears. She needed strength. Aoife said those exact words to Joey in Redeeming 6 whenever they're at his mom's funeral and he's going to rehab. She literally was like, I need to stay strong for Joey because he doesn't need my tears. He needs someone who is strong for him. Y'all. Hey, y'all. It's been about 2 days since I finished releasing 10, and it has been about 2 days since I have fallen down an intense rabbit hole that is the Boys of Tommen series. I knew this was gonna happen. This has happened for every other book in the series. Every time I have finished a book and the next one wasn't out, I fall down a rabbit hole because it's like, now I have to look up theories, look up opinions, I have to scrounge the internet to see if Chloe Walsh has dropped any other hints, go back. I've been going back and rereading scenes and, like, breadcrumbs between Hugh and Lizzie, just to see, like, how everyone else looked at them in the other books and how they interacted in other books, knowing their timeline from this book. Like, it's been everything for me. I did tab some pages. I'm sure this book is going to turn into how my other ones are, where like these are my initial tabs, and then there's going to be times where I'll like see something or I'll think about something, and I'll probably end up going, like grabbing this book off my shelf, flipping to the page and like reading it again and like annotating. Now, with that being said though, this is a book that I genuinely like, I don't know if I could ever reread it. This book was amazing. I mean, I feel like the courage that it takes to write a series about such important and real life topics, such serious topics that happen every day to so many kids and teenagers. Like, it takes a lot to be able to write a series that surrounds that. Reading about Lizzie and Lizzie's story and everything that has made her into who she is up until the point that we are in the other books. It was heartbreaking to read about. It was devastating to read about. But I'm so glad that we now have Lizzie's story. I'm so happy that we have now read about who Lizzie is, what has happened to Lizzie that has made her into who she is today, why she's so cruel, why she's so cold, why she's so mean. Like, not saying that the things she said and done are okay or that they're justified, but I mean, reading this book, how can you blame her when the only people that have ever been in her corner were her mom and Huey, and now she doesn't have Huey. Huey was the only friend that she had that didn't believe that she was crazy, always believed everything that she said, was there to pick up the pieces when she needed him to, and now she doesn't have him. And that's why y'all saw me so freaking distraught and crying the last clip before this, because it was just like heartbreaking knowing that she had to break it off with him, because if Lizzie hadn't broken off with him, then like it would have turned into how Joey and Aoife were, where it was like Aoife was literally drowning and completely miserable, but she like had to kind of just like suck it up because she had to take care of Joey, which that like was understandable though, because it was like Joey needed, like he physically needed someone to be there to coax him, like he needed it. And honestly Lizzie does too, but Lizzie is such a strong character. Like, whenever this book ends, Lizzie's only 16 years old. She's 16 years old. And I'm very curious and excited for the next book, because I think it's safe to say that Lizzie and Hugh, we are getting their second book soon. Don't know when. But I can say it's safe to say it is. And this is why. Chloe Wash says, thank you so much for reading. Hugh and Lizzie's story is just heating up. Read all about them in the next Boys of Tommen series book coming soon. So I'm like, to me, that's her confirming that we're getting their second book soon. In the second book, I'm also scared, because this book ends in 2004. Taming 7 ends in 2006. We have, in those 2 years between this book and Taming 7, like, we saw how cruel Lizzie became in Taming 7. And, like, I remember thinking, like, oh my gosh, like, it's gotten so much worse with Lizzie. I'm sick. I'm sorry. Like, I cannot read about Hugh and Katie in the next book. It's gonna hurt me too much. Love this series so freaking much. Just thank you guys so much for watching. If you've watched all the way to the end, thank you. I'll see y'all in the next video. Don't forget to like, comment, please, subscribe. Follow me on all my other socials. Find me everywhere else. Y'all know everything's linked down below. Bye.